let me tell y'all, when I was walking up and I heard y'all, right? Let me tell you what I didn't hear. I didn't hear that pain. I didn't hear that pain that we've gone through. I didn't hear the frustrations that we've gone through. I didn't hear about the discriminations that we had to endure because of a felony conviction. I didn't hear about the suffering that our family had to endure, the economic strain that our family had to endure to take them doggone $20 a minute phone calls, right, and have to put something on our books, right? Even though we were struggling to make ends meet. I didn't hear that. So we're gonna try this again, and I need you all to really embrace that pain and that suffering that we all had to endure at some point in our lives, to let these people up in here in Tallahassee know that this is our time. So our vote, our vote, our time, our time, right now, 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 our time, right now. My name is Desmond Meade, and I'm the Executive Director of Florida Rights Restoration Coalition. And what we have here today is a group of individuals from all walks of life, from all political persuasions, from all economic backgrounds, right, that have had to endure decades of discrimination because of prior felony conviction. And we understand that our criminal justice system does not only impact the people that are convicted and incarcerated, but it also impacts our loved ones and our family members. It also impacts our community, and it also impacts the state of Florida.
Right now!
We've traveled a long and hard and difficult journey to get to where we're at today. Right? We overcame the impossible when we passed Amendment 4. We overcame obstacles when we started registering in January of 2019, when we started registering returning citizens to vote. And now we're here in the year of a very pivotal presidential election, as well as numerous elections that's going to be held throughout this great state for state attorneys, for judges, for sheriffs, for commissioners, for mayors, for elected officials that make policies that impact our daily lives, right? For elected officials that may try to erect obstacles to successful reentry and pursuing life and happiness and liberty in this country of ours. And so we're here today to say that not only do we have our vote and our voice back, but in 2020 we're making this personal, and it is our time to finally have our voices heard. Our voice! Our voice! Our voice! Our voice! Our time! Right now! Our time! Right now! And so we know that there are some people that's trying to work to make some changes, right? And we do acknowledge even Governor DeSantis have made some minor steps towards improving the clemency policies. But we're here today to challenge our governor to be even more courageous, to be even bolder, and to expand the franchise to Floridians across the entire spectrum. There is more that the governor and the Executive Clemency Board can do. We do not have to solely rely on the implementation of Amendment 4 to expand democracy in this great state. We do not have to rely on the implementation of Amendment 4 to expand opportunities for jobs that will stimulate our economy, that would allow us to carry our fair share of the tax burden, right? And that would allow us to create safer communities. And so we're here to not only speak to our state legislators, but we're here today. We delivered a letter that made recommendations of clemency policies, right? And our political director, Neil, will talk more about it. But basically, we're pushing the governor, and we're asking him, and we're imploring upon him to be bold and courageous, and to go further with his clemency policies that allow the enfranchise of people just like me, like Neil, like Jessica, and everyone that's here. We're understanding that your policies does not only impact people like me, it impacts our family, our loved ones, and our community. And so we have people here that's going to speak from all walks of life, that's going to talk about how these issues have impacted them and the need for change to be made to allow us to experience the American dream, to bring a little sunshine back to the state of Florida. And we don't need any delay in this because this is our year. We have our vote, we have our voice, and this is our time. Our time! Our time! Our time! Right now! Our vote! Right voice! Our vote! Our voice! Our vote! Our voice! Our time! Right now! Our time! Right now! So I'm calling up our policy director, Ms. Jessica Younts. We know when we talk about Amendment 4 implementation, Jessica runs our fines and fees program. We've always said from the very beginning, we're going to let the litigators litigate, we're going to let the legislators legislate, and we're going to remain focused on people because we're going to continue and we're committed to keeping people over politics. All right, and so where other people may see obstacles, we see opportunities. And we've taken fully advantage of those opportunities, and our next speaker is running the program that does that. Jessica.
All right. Jessica. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. We are so excited to be here today. Last year, we came here to tell everybody something. This year, we're here to show them that one, we are not going anywhere. Two, we will continue to fight to make sure every returning citizen and their family members are treated with the same dignity, compassion, and humanity as everyone else. And three, that we are going to hold every elected official accountable for the decisions they make that impact the communities they serve. Now, that is not meant to be a threat. It is our civic duty and obligation to make sure we hold our elected officials accountable. So this is a promise that every single one of us is going to make to be civically and actively engaged. With that being said, we are grateful for the elected officials who are making progress. All right. We are grateful for those that are brave enough and smart enough to correct the wrongs that have been made right here. Yes. We are grateful for legislation that is coming out that will impact recidivism rates, that will get people the treatment that they need, that will keep families together, and that will ultimately create safer communities. We encourage any returning citizen that has any questions regarding their fines or fees to text fines to 82623. We are here, we are family, and we are not going anywhere. Thank you.
God bless everybody today.
Amen.
My name is Pastor David Rivera. I'm a pastor of the Pentecostal Church of God in Tampa, Florida. And I'm very happy to be here today. I'm very happy to see everybody supporting us. I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. You know, for many years, when I was younger, as a young kid, I made a lot of mistakes that caused me going in and out of prison. But in 1980, I went back to prison. I got out in 87. In 89, I became a pastor. I'm a pastor still to today. I'm not here because anything good I did. I'm here because of God's grace. And Amen. But I have to say that because of my record, I couldn't vote, I couldn't do a lot of stuff. And that's why I'm here today. We teach our church, and we got a lot of members of our church today here, to try to give a second chance. I paid my time in society. But still haven't forgiven me because I still got a record. And that record stopped me from doing a lot of things that I could do. until recently, now I can vote. Yes. Before that, I couldn't vote. There's a lot of things that are still on my record, and I can't do like everybody else. I fight, not only for me this time, but I fight for the young kids. The young kid that gets caught, he has a student loan, and he got caught with drugs, and now he's 18 years old. He lost his student loan, and he can't get another student loan because of his record. So I'm here to say, let's help change the law. And I want to thank all you guys for being here. En español también, yo doy gracias a Dios. Mi nombre es el pastor David Rivera. Soy pastor de la Iglesia de Dios Pentecostal en Tampa, Florida. Y yo quiero decirles que yo veo luz al final del túnel, porque ustedes están aquí. Por ustedes estar aquí, yo puedo decir, les doy gracias a cada uno de ustedes. Porque en mi juventud cometí muchos errores. Entraba y salía de la prisión. La última vez entré en el 80, salí en el 87. Pero en el 89 era un pastor que hasta el día de hoy todavía soy pastor. Y doy gracias a Dios. Pero todavía hay leyes que, aunque yo pagué mi deuda a la sociedad, todavía la ley, el récord, me mantiene ahí cohibido de hacer alguna cosa. Por favor, vamos a apoyar a este grupo y vamos a cambiar la ley. Muchas gracias por esta oportunidad.
Get him, Angel. We heard the pastor talk in Spanish, so let's try this. I'll vote our voice in Spanish. When I say mi voto, you say mi voto. 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 Can't tell us we ain't in solidarity. So I want to just share a little bit. We came here 3 years ago. They talked about that. Many people would say, first time is luck. We came back a second time last year. This time with Amendment 4 under our belt. They'll probably say that's a coincidence. But this time, we're here to say, this is not a moment, it's a movement. This is not a moment, it's what? A movement. It's not a moment, it's what? A movement. The reason we're saying that is that we want to thank a lot of the legislators that are doing the right thing. But they're doing the right thing because it's time to do the right thing. They're doing the right thing because we now count and we matter. And we look to see some of those victories play out. But there's one victory that we need to claim today. And that victory is the fact that we're here unified, speaking Spanish, speaking English, speaking from all walks of life, from folks from the hood, from folks from middle class, showing something that has been hidden. 1 in 10 folks in Florida were disenfranchised, but you would walk into a room and not know who they were. Now we're coming out the shadows. Now we're showing people, whether you pass these laws or not, I realize I'm not alone, so I'm winning. Yes, sir. We're showing these people, whether you win an election or not, we still gonna come out and vote, so we winning. Yes. So what we doing today is we winning. And what we gonna continue doing? Winning. All right, para mi gente en español, para mi pueblo, quiero invitarlo y recordarle a todos ustedes que nosotros estamos aquí para ustedes. El sistema criminal no tiene discriminación. Se enfoca en cualquiera que tenga necesidad que no sea atendida. Aquellos que caigan en pobreza, lo más probable es que van a caer en encarcelamiento. Y muchos de nosotros hemos tenido pena de salir afuera y darle voz en contra de las leyes que son injustas. Pero hoy estamos recordándole a todos ustedes que nosotros tenemos un voto y que vamos a votar por ustedes, los indocumentados y los que están documentados, aquellos que son ciudadanos y aquellos que no lo son. Cualquier persona que es humano en este estado de la Florida se merece la dignidad de ser reconocido, ser respetado y tener la oportunidad de salir adelante. What I just said is that for every single person, documented or not, citizen or not, as long as they're a human being in this state of Florida, we Floridians are going to fight to make Florida better, not just for ourselves, but for them.
Oh, yeah.
We're not trying to be tough on crime or weak on crime. We're trying to be smart on crime. Right. Because healthy communities are safe communities. Yes. Healthy communities are what? Safe communities. We're not trying to be soft on crime or tough on crime. We're trying to be what? Smart on crime. And with that, we'll remind everybody here in Florida, mi voto, mi voto. Thank you.
All right. I like just give it up for everybody this way, all right? Real quick. Our vote. Our voice. Our vote. Our voice. Our vote. Our voice. Right now. Right now. Right now. Right now. Right now. Right now is what we're doing. And I need to talk about what we did today. I'm going to share a little bit of news about all the meetings that happened. But also today, Florida Rights Restoration Coalition, we hand-delivered a clemency reform package to all 4 members of the cabinet. By the end of today, we will have met with the leaders of all 4 cabinet members, and we talked to them about people. We talked to them about real lives that can be impacted by an executive decision to make a change, a decision to move forward. I love what Angel said. Healthy communities are safer communities. And we know, all of us know, the quicker somebody's able to reintegrate into the community, the less likely they are to reoffend. The less likely they are to reoffend, the healthier their community will be. And I know that no one knows that better than people who have walked in our shoes and have seen that firsthand on all sides. So we are here full of hope. We are hopeful that this can be a moment that will lead to real clemency reform in the state of Florida. This can be led by the governor, who outlined to us when he signed the Amendment 4 legislation that he wanted to restore civil rights to people who also had their voting rights restored. We want to meet the Clemency Board where they are, but I love what Desmond said. We want them to be bold and implement courageous clemency reform because real lives can be impacted right now. With that being said, we will open this up for any questions that somebody might have, and go ahead and ask away.
So the governor's office was very non-committal. You said you're trying to meet with all 4 of them. I don't know if you've talked to the governor's office yet. How confident are you that they will give this serious consideration?
Oh, we know that they're all listening right now to the proposal, and we're hearing various forms of support. And our belief is that this is a hopeful movement. We didn't get this far by not having hope. And so our hope would be that we will see some changes in April or beyond that will be substantive and that will really impact people's lives.
One follow-up question. I know that you all have been focusing on trying to help people pay off their fines and fees, and obviously there's been some state attorneys who put in some processes. But as I told you earlier today, in a court hearing on Friday, the Department of State says they're still not screening for financial obligations. And now it's been 7.5 months since the law went into effect. What do you tell people? I mean, you're on the one hand, you're told that this is the law, but then on the other hand, they're not even actually enforcing the law that they passed.
So we're going to be operating under the law. We're taking care of our side of the street, right? If the state still have not gotten their stuff together, that's on the state. But we're going to ensure that we follow the exact letter of the law to make sure that anyone who wants or have a desire to participate in elections have the opportunity to do so under the color of the law. That's what we're doing. Right. Any further questions?
Yeah, what makes you think votes, any votes don't count? Let me tell you something.
What's the question that you asked? What's the
Votes
question?
do count.
Yeah, that's what we're
Every
saying.
one of y'all.
That's right. That's what we're saying.
I'm part of the Greyhound
Right.
racing industry.
But-
15 years.
That's great.
I take it. But the state made me wait from June to January to collect my unemployment. People shouldn't have to wait as soon as they come out doing their time.
That's
I
what
made
we're
my
saying.
mistake.
That's what
I
we
made
said.
my mistake 20 years ago. Why ain't my vote counting now? That's 20 years.
We're going to make
back.
that count. We're
And-
going to make it count. Any more questions?
I want to know, I just got out of prison January the 3rd, doing 31 years on a life sentence.
The press.
No,
We need questions from the press right now. And then what we're going to do, because this is not over, I think we have more meetings, right? We have more meetings, but we're going back to our base of operations. And we want to hear your story, right? And you're going to have the opportunity to hear your story because we need to hear it, right? And then we'll talk about how we're taking our stories, right, to bring about change, right? Because let me tell you, one of the things that I'm very clear about with us is that we're not just about talk. 3 years ago, it was about 350 people here. 2 years ago, it was about 450 people here. Today, it's about 600 people here. We've already had people that have already exercised their right to vote, that have impacted the outcome of elections. And so we're not just about talking. We're about how we're taking our pain, turning it into purpose to change the policies that impact our lives and our family members. Meet us at the church. We'll plug you in, and we'll see how we about to handle our business.
And you had a question?
Yes. Two-part question actually about the fund. I know that a lot of fees and fines paying happened before Christmas, but what's the situation now? And then the second part of the question, knowing that the goal is high, how long might it take to reach the high
So
goal?
let me answer the first question. The first question is, I'm happy to say that since we've paid fines and fees off over the holidays, we have raised over $500,000 to our fines and fees. And we have every indication that it's going to grow significantly within the next few months. All right, and so we are continuing to process people who have signed up on our website, who have texted fines to 82623. We're continuing to process people, and we have people that's in the flow that's waiting to be processed. All right. As far as your other problem, the question about this insurmountable goal, I can tell you right now, in 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016, and 2017, every expert said it was impossible to pass Amendment 4. Every expert said they'll never get on the ballot, right? And I'm a man of faith, and I serve a God where impossible means impossible, right? And we were able to overcome any obstacle that was thrown in front of us, and we did what man said couldn't be done. And guess what? This is nothing but another challenge that we have to overcome, and we're very confident that we
Let me add one thing to your question. We want there to be a clarion call to any returning citizen in the state of Florida that we are committed to you. We are committed to walking with you. We are committed to developing the pathways that exist so that you can be a full citizen and participant in your community, because we believe there are world changers in this, on this place right here and in this movement, and that our communities can be healthier and safer when we learn how to fully participate and get rid of those obstacles. With that being said, are there any other questions?
So how long after somebody comes out of prison can he get his right to vote as of right now?
We're going to take that question to the governor. we're going to take that question to the governor and let him answer that question. All right?
He will do it.
Will. Anything else?
Any other questions?
Do we have the press? Do we have?
Marlon, where are we at with next steps? Are there buses over there?
All right, so we're headed back to the church now.
All right, y'all.
Well, hold up. Hey, we want everybody that if you got a shirt on, come on.
You got a shirt.